Essential football fans, so welcome to today's episode of the Pitchside Chat. Today I'm having a very beautiful conversation with the most expensive player in the world, Rachael Kundananji, and you will have to stay tuned for this. So without much ado, let's just get into the conversation. All right, good morning. Good morning, Rachael. Thanks for having me here. How are you doing?
I'm okay, and I'm just happy having that confidence of today's match.
Let's just begin with your story. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself? When did you decide to play football?
Okay, I'll start with my age. I was born in 2000, 3 June, and I grew up playing football with boys in the streets, and from there. I tried to join some small academies, but it wasn't that like professional academies. It was just whereby you just create a team and then you start playing some matches from different communities. So I even started losing interest that I would never play profession. I was just playing for fun. And yeah, in 2017, yeah, that was in January. My friend was playing football, women football. So one day she took me for training. We trained the first training with the ladies team. I trained with Mova Queens. But I went just there to train because my friend told me to go with her. I trained there, and the coach was like, "She's a good player, blah blah. Try to bring her here. Maybe she can train with us. Maybe I can make her a great player." But I wasn't that interested. I left, and then she took me again with Mufurira Wanderers, the ladies team. I trained with them about a week, and they were like, "We want to register you. Go and bring your ID, what." And then I was like, because I was staying with my mom's younger sister that side, and I wasn't, because when you're living with your own parents, or it's different. You know what I'm talking about. So I was like, no, let me just go. Let me just go to my mom's place. If they have a women team, I'll join there. But it was just for fun. I joined the women's team, after playing 1 or 2 games. I started realizing that I can play profession. And, sometimes when we are playing the matches, other players from big teams who like try to intimidate you, speak. Even there are some players which were called for national team by then, but we are being dropped, we are not being selected. They'll start like, boasting. And I was like, for us, when we go to national team, we are going to stay in that team and we are going to make an impact. So don't boast in front of us. Yes, we are playing in small teams, but watch out, watch your tongue, the way you talk to us, because national team is not for you. And some will even say, no, the national team, they have a team that they believe in. They cannot even bring a new player in and, fit in that team. It's difficult. I was like, that team is not for anybody. It's for everyone who plays soccer. Every woman who plays soccer. I'm going there and I'm going to make it in that team no matter what. By then I was a defender, And
so you started as a defender.
Yes.
Wow.
They'll mention some names which we are playing as my position as a left back, and those players, they made a name for themselves in that position. But I was like, I believe in myself, and I believe that I can play at any stage. I was there, I would challenge them. Even if I'm coming off the bench, it's better than not being in the team.
True. I like your mentality.
I had that opportunity to go for trials. We had the 1 week camping where they were trying to assess new players.
Is it a team? Is it the one with the Indeli Roses?
No. I played with Konkola Queens first before I joined Indeli Roses. Yes.
Okay.
So there was Coach Kaila called me, the coach from the one is with Indeni now. He was the one who told my friend I'm a good player because he was the coach for Mobile Queens, which the team is normal.
Oh, okay.
So he called me. He was like, at first we played against them, and because I was a bully, because if you kick me, I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to beat you. And he was like, This is not boxing. If you want to fight, go for boxing. You're a good player, and you are going to travel a lot if you just have discipline. Come on, humble yourself. Work on your temper. He shouted at me like he's shouting at his own daughter, you know.
Yeah.
And his words touched me with his assistant coach, the late coach, Maza Mtima. She was like, the problem with you, you think that you can beat everyone. You're a good player. You should stop this. They were shouting at me, and their words touched me. And the most part was, you are going to travel. You know, like I was like, I've been dreaming of traveling, and these people have already seen my future, but they've seen the obstacle that will make me fall. So
Okay.
why can't I get
Work
rid of
on it.
this obstacle? And you know, maybe who knows? Maybe tomorrow I can go far. And then the next match when we played against them, we was so surprised because this player, you know, she had to head my chin, and it was like, and I brought it back with force. I was uh, I was crying, and the coach was scared. Maybe I'm going to start a fight, and he was surprised. I was smiling with pain, and I'm like, no, it's okay. It's part of the game. You know, I understand you wanted to hit the ball, and I
Yeah.
jumped more than you. I hit the ball and
Yeah.
everything, but it's okay. I understand. And the player was also scared because they know me, they
Yeah.
knew me, but they were kind of surprised. Who's this one? Is this Rachel, or is just another player who has come? You know, I changed. I tried to change myself, and then the coach that day called me, give me your name, your contact number, so that maybe if something good comes up, I can call you. And then this day, he tried to convince the coach from the national team to try me in the team. Maybe he would like me. And he called me this day. He was like, get prepared, you're going for the national team. I wasn't called for that 1 week, the first 1 week, because they had like two
Which national
one
team
week
was it? Was it the under 20 or the senior?
No, the senior. I've never been to under 20. I've never been to any under team.
Oh, okay.
So he called me, you're going this time, but I wasn't called. He was like, don't worry, next time you go. Maybe they just, because of the club you are playing for, they don't believe that there are good players in that team. Because our team was very small, whereby they were always last in the table. They were always last. And that season I played in that team, I think we finished on the fifth or fourth place. And because all the players, a lot of young players, they just needed someone to motivate them, you know. And I tried to become that person whereby if someone is looking down on them, I'll just encourage them, come on, girls, we can do this. And, you know, they'll feel happy playing beside me. So the second camp I went for in Denny Loses Trials in
2018.
December. Yes, no, in 2017, December, you know, after Christmas.
Okay.
We played some friendly matches, and this evening, the coach called me. Get prepared. Tomorrow, you are going for the national team, and I had no transport money. I had to call. I had to call my former coach here from Concola Blades. I
Yeah.
told him I've been selected to go for the national team, but the transport I don't have. I remember him sending me 100 kwacha, which by this time is about $5. Those days it was about $10, you know. So he sent to me, and he was like, this is the money I'm having. Go there, please do your best, and I know you are going to be selected. I believe in you. And the coach called me again. He was like, the same coach from Mova Queens. He was like,
Yeah.
where you are going, you are not representing yourself.
So you've mentioned quite a lot of things in the early parts that you were talking about your childhood on when you are rising up playing football. When you decided to play football professionally, did you have any setbacks? Like, you know, because I know that in our part of Africa, when a woman wants to play football, there's a whole lot of conversation that goes on in the house. Did you have that kind of support from your family, or your family were always like, okay, Rachel, this is your talent, I will go for it?
Okay, when I was growing up, nobody knew I was playing football because, it's when you go out to play with your friends, when you are young. Then you go to play football in the streets with the boys. And my mom was working. I grew up with a stepdad. He was working also. So the only time they will know that I wasn't home is only when my elder brother or my sister reports me to mom that I went to play all day. So,
Okay.
so like they never knew I was playing football.
So how did
They
they
came to
receive?
realize they came to realize that I play football because when we shifted to another city, our house was just nearby the small field where we were playing. In Africa, we'll just go where there's a space, we clear
Yes,
the space, and
clear
then
the
we make
space and
some goalposts with
yeah,
the trees. We
the
cut
trees.
trees and we
Yes,
get the same.
true.
Yes, 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 yes. So it was just like facing our gate. So when mom is knocking off from work, she will see me playing there. She's tired. She was just like, no problem. She was just overlooked over that because I was just playing for fun.
So how
And
did you
then
get the news?
When I joined the women's team, every time when I get hit, I went to her and asked money for medicine because we had nobody to sponsor us. So she was like, "Hey, you should stop this. You should stop this. Your football. You're just wasting your time." And you start working. I was, sometimes I was I was joking with my mom at sometimes when she's upset because she's that kind of a person. But when she's upset, and then you crack a joke, and she'll like she'll be talking and coming down. So you joke with her, and she'll be like, "Hey, I'll stop giving you the money for medicine. I'll stop
But
giving
she'll
you
still
this."
give you.
Yeah, yeah, but she'll still give you because who's going to give you? She doesn't give you. My target by then was like, since mom wants me to start working, my target was to join Indian losses or join any military team so that. But my first option was Indian. Yeah, so that they can be paying me every month, so that my mom can see that I'm making something out of it. I wanted to prove that to my mom.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was playing football because I love it.
So when you
So
got
after going,
yeah, I was saying, so when you got your first time to travel, I think that was you were going to play for a team in Kazakhstan. How did they receive the news when you got the news that a team from outside is coming for their daughter?
Yeah, I'll say like it was very difficult for my club to release me because of the situation in the country where I was going. They were trying to look after me and to take care of me. But me, I was like, no, I'm going there. I don't care what is going to happen to me there, because I want to experience the European football also. So it was so difficult for them to sign a release letter, and my mom was like, "Let my daughter go.
Ooh.
If anything is going to happen, we are going to bring her back here. So let her go, let her go." And then they had to let me go. And when I went there, I was so excited. My family was so excited. Mom was so excited because she remembered the words I told her that one day I'll get paid and you'll be happy. You'll be the one who's going to be forcing me to train. And now she's the one doing that. Because when I come back home, hey, stop moving up and down. Go and do this. Go and do that.
Interesting. Of course, that's how most of African moms. That's how we they always seek the best. They're always seeking for the best thing for you. So it's normal. Now let's talk about the. I know you came to Spain for 2 seasons. You came to, I think, 8 bar, and you played like a couple of seasons, and you went to the team that, let's say, everybody knows you for, which is the Madrid CFF. what happened?
Yeah.
How was that transition from Kazakhstan to Spain, and how did that change your football?
In Kazakhstan league, I don't know it about now because it has been like 2 to 3 years since I left that league. 3 years, I think, yeah, since I left that league. But by then, the league wasn't that competitive. But at least there were some couple of teams whereby you face that competition, but not compared to Spanish teams.
Mm.
When you face Champions League, you face good teams, and that's when you feel the real pressure of the match. So I had to get inspired with the Champions League teams, and I was like, until I play for the biggest leagues in the world, I just had that feeling like I need to test myself, to challenge myself. So when I got the opportunity to go there, I had to grab it, even though the Kazakhstan team did everything to keep me because even like they wanted to offer me more to stay, but because I know what I really know what I wanted. So I was like, I'm going to take this chance. And there was one time because when I went in EBA, it was so difficult for me to be in the team because of the intensity of the game there. Sometimes I would cry and say, God, did I make a wrong decision? Or maybe I just need to focus and, train hard. And sometimes Noko Mato will come to me and tell me, Rachel, the way I know you, you can fit in this team and you become the star of this team. Why are you wasting yourself on the bench? Come on, wake up. And one day we were training, the coach stopped the training and was like, everybody stop. Rachel, come here. What are you doing? Is this the way I want you to play? I didn't know the answer. I didn't know. I truly didn't know the answer. But I just said no. No, coach. And she was like, you have to fight like a lion. You have to do like this. That's how I helped. I was helped. And like they clicked the switch in my mind. I started fighting. Like they woke up the demon in me and I fought like a lion every time I was just going, I didn't care about anything. All I had to care is to steal that ball. If either I give someone from our team or score it. And that helped me. Since then, I played in every match. And when I went in Madrid, it was so different about that team, totally different from any other team. Yes, I met in teams, I met a lot of players who helped me, who were there for me, who saw me as a sister, but this team saw me as one of theirs, like their own. They would protect me, they would help me mentally, psychologically, physically, emotionally, whereby I was so happy every time. And if you were watching the matches, I was smiling. I was smiling.
You
because
always smile when you're playing.
If I make a mistake, they told me never to lose that smile on my face. No matter how hate I am, never to lose that smile on my face. They were like, you have to smile. Even if you are hate inside, remove your anger into a smile. Make it to be a joke. So I did that. I did that and it helped me because the team made me to be that beast, that smiling beast,
I get it. So you're smiling on the outside, but you are coming to devour us. Please, just take it easy on my team, by the way.
Smiling, there's this term they say a smiling devil. But I'm not a devil and I'll never be that devil because I believe in God. I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I grew up in a Christian family and I've seen where God has brought me and where God has from I can say from grace to grace. From nobody, whereby if I'm walking in the street, nobody will notice that there is a person here, to somebody whereby everybody will notice that, that's Kundananji. And when they see me, they are happy, I feel so happy seeing someone even trying to cry just by seeing me.
Wow. Wow. So let's talk about one of the exploits that you did in Madrid. You were the player that scored the only goal that ended Barcelona's longest unbeaten streak in last season. How did that make you feel when you knew that you are the one responsible for stopping the Spanish giants and European giants' longest unbeaten streak?
That match I had mixed emotions, mixed feelings, whereby I was happy. I didn't know if it is to cry or scream or be happy because I did all of it at the same time. After scoring the second goal, I didn't know what celebration I would do. I tried to smile and run, and then I was like, I had to slide the DJ Drogba's celebration and scream. Even the photos, if you see the photos, every time I see those photos, I feel like, I become so emotional and try to hold myself. I'm like, is it me who scored? Because I missed a lot of chances against Barcelona, but that game I only had like few chances. I think 3 chances. From 3 chances, I scored 2.
Yeah.
As a striker, scoring 3 goals in 2 chances or 3 chances, scoring 2 goals, which is fantastic. I was so proud of myself, proud of my team, because they had to use the best weapon that is in me. They never wanted to change me to be somebody else, but they wanted me to be the same, but to perfect myself.
True. That's that. So I mean, of course you really had a very incredible career, and of course the news that is out there, Madrid CFF were able to make you the most expensive transfer, the most expensive player in the history of women's football. So I don't know. I know there are certain details that you are not supposed to disclose, but when BFC came for you in the first time that it came and they placed a bid to Madrid CFF, I think that was according to the news out there, they placed a bid for 400,000, and Madrid came out and said, no, if you want Rachel, you have to come here for 700,000. When BFC came for you, how did that make you feel? Did you wanted to change the league at that time, or you felt that probably Madrid also didn't want to? Did you feel it was the right time for you to move from Spain to the US league?
I didn't know about that offer first. I came to know it when it came on media, because we are all on the media and we see what's going on. But again, I had to make myself that not distract me, because I have to do my job, and the rest will follow up. My job first is to play in the pitch, and no matter where I am, you understand. So when that came, my concentration was on the pitch and not on the offers which are coming. So I'm making a move. I might say it was good, not just for me, but for every woman out there, and more especially we Africans. Because when we go out there, we are not just Zambians. When we go out there, we are not just South Africans or Nigerians or Ghanaians. We are all Africa. You understand? We are one. It's a country to us. Africa is a country to us, where we are one. And these countries in it are just like cities when we go out there. So I'm sure this has made a lot of young girls, a lot of girls, a lot of women, a lot of ladies out there to continue working hard, to be motivated and try to work hard, because they are now knowing anything is possible. Anything is possible. Because to be honest with you, when I signed that I was just thinking like I'll just finish the league if it's just to finish my contract. If it's no the contract, because the money which is in the contract is a lot. No team will like play in women football, because women football, as we all know, it's just developing. In terms of everything, it's just developing, and I'm so happy that a lot of women are coming back in order to improve women football. A lot of former footballers are trying to improve, to put things they never had when they were playing in their time. And this is like challenging us who are playing now to think about our future. What are we going to do to help the women's in future? Because if you see a lot of people who are bringing a development in this game are women, former footballers. They are trying to help us, and I'm happy that they have chosen this generation to improve, because I'm happy to be a part of this generation, to make history. The generation that are breaking barriers, that are breaking our forefathers' cases, that those who are trying to make something special to talk about.
Okay. So before, prior to our conversation, I posted on Twitter that if fans want to ask you certain questions, and I got a couple of questions from some of the fans, which you'll be answering for them. So this is from Kojo, who is your fellow. He's a Real Madrid fan, so obviously the same Madrid, and he wants to know, during your travels, obviously you might have faced did you face any issue of racism? And if you face it, how did you deal with it?
That part is so difficult yet sometimes, but as a soldier that I am, I had to like endure the pain because I know what I wanted in life, and it's normal. It's normal. I knew where I was going. It's going to be like that, and sometimes people will bully me. Sometimes people will love me. Not everybody is going to love me, but not everybody is going to hate me. It was so difficult for me, and I stayed 3 seasons in Kazakhstan. When you are walking in the streets, it was so difficult. I felt relieved when I was in Spain, and I felt like I'm in another planet, because it was totally different from any other country that I traveled to. Because there, I don't know, maybe there is a season there, because I've never faced it there. I can't say this and that. It was so difficult for me, so difficult. Sometimes I'll come back in my room and cry out. I'm that kind of a person whereby if you provoke me now, I go in my room, I'll deal with my anger. Even if it's 2 minutes, when I come back, you will see a smile on my face. And I'll talk to you like everything is okay.
Okay.
So I had to deal with it. I had to cry at some point and then come back and say, no, everything is okay. Come on, you're a champion, you can do this. And those are the times I was thinking of making a move. Like I was even hoping for a small chance. Even if they say we are going to give you $1, I'll go. I just want to move. And there was a point where I said, like, if I go to Zambia, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. I said to myself, I'm not coming back. I'm going to Zambia and I'm not coming back, But the American girls, they made things easier for me. They would fight for me. Like I said earlier, there were some players who saw me as their own sister.
Yeah.
They'll fight for me, and they'll like try to challenge everybody that tried to make me feel bad or feel less of myself, which was so perfect.
Yeah. So I have another question here from, I think he is also, this one, it says he is a Zambian, and he wants to know what would it mean for your team to qualify for another Olympics, and also with you now being the most expensive player or the player to have the most expensive transfer, do you feel any pressure to perform in able to match your price tag, both in your team and also in Zambia home soil?
Football would be so hard for me if I had pressure on it. If I pressure myself, I will never perform. Yeah, it's something which is going to give anybody pressure, but it's the way you are going to deal with that pressure. So I've dealt with that. I've come to realize that let me just make it like a normal move, like any other move. Because to be honest with you, being expensive, it's a record which can be broken at any time. Even today, somebody can just come from nowhere. Bah! Oh, they've signed a new player for this and this amount. This is the new most expensive player in women football. But the record that will never be broken is to be the first. So that's why being the most expensive player hasn't given me any pressure. But I'm so happy to be that. And the other part, being the first one, this is the most exciting.
Yeah, that obviously, I mean, we are all excited when we got the news, and personally, I was like, wow, like we finally did it. But how do you manage your expectation? This is from Musikene TV. He's a Ghanaian and he also follows women's football quite a lot. So he wants to know that how do you manage expectations when you come to your national team? Because you know, when if you meet anybody on the street and ask them to mention any Zambian player, if it is not Barabanda, they are going to mention Kundananji. So how do you manage such expectations when you are coming to play for your country?
As Zambians, I know what my country wants from me. There was a time whereby me and Barbara, we were not coordinating very well, and some fans would like throw stones, some fans would try to encourage us, to advise us how to play the game in order to make it so easy. So all we need to do is just to do what is right for our nation. You understand? We need to do, because we are chosen to represent our country. We are chosen to represent 19 point something million people. Because it doesn't mean that I'm the best player among all these players in Zambia we have. To be honest, and this is not a secret that I'm going to tell you. There's a lot of good players out there. But because this is my time, they've chosen me. I need to use it wisely. And I shouldn't look down on all those other players who are not here, who are not making their names. No, they are also going to be seen. One day they would make they are the ones who are going to break our records.
True.
Today or tomorrow. Who knows? Nobody knows tomorrow. Who knew that this day there will be Kundananji? Who knew that this day there will be Barbara Banda? Who knew that this day there will be which other player the people are talking about? Grace Chanda, all these other. Yeah, but who knew that? Yes, these other players have been there for a long time, and I just joined the party recently. Who knew that there will be another player who's going to join the party? Nobody. And even some of the Zambians were looking down on me. Some of even our fellow friends, our players, were even. There was a time I never had even a soccer boot. You understand? And I will say, when someone is laughing at me, I will say like, I'll use the Bemba language and say, which means you're the one making fun of me. You are the one who's going to ask me for soccer boots when I'm just getting boots for free. I'm not buying. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Any brand will come on the way and start giving me boots for free. And then someone will come to me and ask, I need a boot, please. I need a boot, please. You get my point? So all I can say is to all those players who are looking down on themselves just because people are mocking them. People will mock you when they see something special about you. People will look down on you when they see when something good is coming. there will be always those people who try to make you feel less of yourself. But don't let them intimidate you. They're only scared of you.
With everything that you've achieved, what would you say to your fellow footballers who are also looking up to you now?
Firstly, the first rule is never to compete with anybody. Never. That's the biggest mistake we make as footballers. We try to compete with our friends. We try to compete with people who are happening. You know, that will make you lose your track. You start learning another person's less. We all have our own lesson, so you need to compete with yourself every day. Try to break your records. Today, if you scored one goal, make sure tomorrow two or three. The other day four or five. As a striker, as a defender, if you had one successful tackle, make sure tomorrow you have one, two, three. You always challenge yourself to go to do better every time, and never ever let any other person intimidate you, because you know what you want and you know what you're capable of doing, and believe in yourself. And because everybody might believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself, then nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to change. You're always going to be the same. But if you believe in yourself, even if nobody believes in you, trust me, you are going to be that champion that will make everybody be amazed. Everybody will clap for you and say, "We believed in you," even those who never believed in you. And
True.
never focus on your enemies, people who are trying to bring you down, but respond in a positive way by doing what they are thinking you are not capable of doing. And always work hard. And sometimes training, because I've seen a lot of players when they come for national team, when they go to club level, more especially if they are playing just to local leagues, you find out that they'll see their fellow players who doesn't go for national team like they are nothing. And when the coaches are back there telling them to do some exercise, they'll be doing like, trying to, I'm a national team player, I can do whatever I want for as long as I go there. Come on, you're just destroying yourself. If you go back to the nation, to the league, that's where we make ourselves perfect. That's where we work on our mistakes. Because at the national level, we only have small time together. And that's where we get fitness from. And, so every time, try to do extra. That's where you are going to show yourself that now I'm tired. Let me try to put more effort. Tomorrow you won't get tired on that point. You reach another point the other day until you become more fitter than anybody. You'll be fit more than anybody.
All right. Thank you so much. So now you're a big player, so probably the confidence might be in your contacts by now. If you have the chance to talk to him about changing one thing in women's football in Africa, what will it be?
African is just developing, and like there's a lot of things which are need to be looked onto, and saying we are lacking sponsorship in so many teams, not just in Zambia, I think all around Africa. In order for the national teams to perform well, we need the grassroots to be sponsored well by. We need more money, more money for good facilities. The teams, they are lacking all those stuff, because for the team to have good facilities, they need more money. You get my point. So I'm urging to those people who are able to do that, to help on those angles. No matter how little it is, it will go a long way in women football. They need to help us for women to achieve a lot in football. Who knows? In future, maybe we'll be able to challenge the World Cup because. Now we are only maybe go to the next round. African teams are maybe just going to the next round and they are back again, But if we have all those grassroots, because most of the players who are successful now, we were lacking all those stuffs. You get my point? What if we had all those stuffs when we were growing up? Because for me, a lot of stuffs I'm learning outside there. I'm just learning. Because if I had to learn those when I was young, I'm being honest with you, like it's another story.
Yeah.
So if we have all those staffs, people to help us, to come at our doors and help the grassroots players, and we talk about where we are coming from. I think it will be the best of our future, because we have a great future, we have a great talents back in Africa, but we are lacking those.
Okay, Kundananji. So thank you so much for your time, and it's really an honor having this call with you, and of course to everybody who is watching, and to especially to your new club, the Bay FC club. I'm sure they are hoping and they can't wait for you to return to them for the preseason. So Bay FC fans, just watch out. Kundananji is coming. She's coming with all the fire that you expected to be, and of course we will also be supporting you, and also you, and your fellow Africans, Oshuala, Princess, who will be with you in the same team as well. We wish you guys all the best, and hopefully we will see you guys holding the Ballon d'Or trophy very soon. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting me. So I'm so glad and happy, for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, bye-bye.
So guys, there you have it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more contents like this, and let me know in the comments who would you want me to interview next. By the way, thanks so much for staying throughout this interview. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got some valuable lessons from it. So until I see you in the next video, I'm Selassie, and I'm just a guy who loves women's football. Cheers.